Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you guys that are new, welcome. My name is Leeana, and today I have a very special guest here. We have my lovely mother right here, the lovely Miss Ronkeisha.
Hello. So this is for what, Mother's Day, special Mother's Day.
Yes,
Happy
ma'am.
Mother's Day to all the moms out there. But hey, we wanted to just give you guys a little bit of makeup advice since Rye has been doing these videos. A lot of older women are like, you know, all these makeup tutorials are like all these full glam, wonderful looks and everything. Some of us, you know, especially some of us non-millennial, older, you know, Gen X baby boomers, we might be a little bit more simplified in our makeup. We're not full glam girls, but we still want to look really nice and have some good makeup ideas, but just something that's a little bit more simple. So thought this would be a good idea maybe for Mother's Day.
Yeah, so that's definitely like what our goal is while we're doing this makeup today. I'm gonna do a relatively more kind of neutral, soft glam kind of look. So it is gonna still look a little bit more smoky, where her look is very nice and soft, but she can wear it for also special occasions as well as every day in the workforce as well. This look is supposed to be relatively easy to do. It might take a little bit of practice, but overall it should not take more than 15 to 20 minutes to complete this look. If you guys are ready to see how I turn her face into a beautiful...
Please, because this is really embarrassing being on camera.
You're beautiful.
No makeup.
You're beautiful.
Nothing.
Stop.
Nothing.
She's beautiful, guys. Isn't she beautiful?
Don't judge too harshly everything, you know.
To start with doing her makeup today, guys, we are going to start with priming, of course. So I'm going to prime her face as well as her eyes.
Can you tell people a little bit about priming? I mean, I didn't know what priming was until you taught me about makeup a couple months ago.
Yes,
So
absolutely. I can go into
priming?
detail while I'm doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. For priming her face, I'm going to start by using the Revlon Rose Glow Primer. This is just really great if you have dry skin. It is supposed to help illuminate her skin a little bit. So I'm going to just give you a double of this. So the overall point of just priming in general is pretty much putting a layer in between your skin and the actual makeup. So it helps to ensure that not only that your makeup stays on a lot longer all day, but it also helps to make sure that any of your natural oils on your skin aren't interfering with the makeup and vice versa. I hope that helps, makes a little bit more sense.
Do you put it on your eyebrows as well, or on your eyelids as well?
Yes, there is an eye primer that you're
So it's
supposed to
separate.
use. Yes, that's totally separate.
Yeah.
And I will explain why when we put that on as well.
Okay. With the primer, you still put moisturizer on your skin.
Yes.
So is it before or after the moisturizer?
Okay, so you do all of your skincare, take care of all of your skincare before you do anything with your makeup. So after you put on your moisturizer, make sure that it's dry, that has settled into your skin, and then you can start to move on with the primer. So next up, we are going to prime her lids. We're just going to use an Urban Decay Potion Primer. Close your eyes for me. So the main reason why we use two different primers is because your eyelids are naturally more oily than most areas of your skin. That's just normal. And so because of that, it breaks down a lot quicker, any shadows or any type of powder bases. They're made to have a little bit more of a waxier texture so that when it dries a little bit tacky so that it's ready to hold the powder in place, and it also seals any of the oil that you have under your eyelids that produces a lot quicker during the day. It just kind of helps to make sure that it's not interfering with the powder base, if that makes sense.
Do you have to have a primer on your skin? Is that
It helps a lot to ensure that your makeup is staying on, like I said, all day, and that it's not breaking down. So having that extra layer of protectant just really helps to make sure that it's not sinking into your skin during the day. Next up, we're also going to take care of her lips. So we are just going to use a lip balm.
I cannot live without this.
She loves her Burt's Bees, guys. Loves her Burt's Bees.
No, I'm not gonna give them credit.
Well, okay. Oh, never mind. Excuse me.
You cannot do anything with the lips without having some type of lip balm on.
I hear you.
I have soft lips, and that's how I keep soft lips.
Hey, let them know.
There you go. Always put some type of balm on your lip.
So I like to work from top to bottom. She is very blessed. She has some beautiful brows. So it's going to be very easy to fill them in. Because she does have very full brows, it will be a little bit easier to fill in because we already know where her shape is.
Can I give makeup advice?
What?
Can I give advice too?
No.
Please.
You are not allowed to.
Just telling people that it's important because a lot of young people, like, you should wait at least 6 to 8 weeks.
And see, I don't agree with you there.
Well, I agree because when you get your eyebrows plucked a lot, then they don't grow back as quickly. Like you said, if you want to keep your eyebrows to be kind of like healthy and thick, I think, you should wait so you have a good, you have enough hair where you can kind of form it well into however you want it to get the brow shape. At least that's my thought.
When it comes to eyebrow waxing, it depends honestly on your shape and what kind of look that you are going for and sticking with. I normally get my brows done probably about once or twice a month. I have the shape that I want, but I still can maintain it. You have to know who you're going to. You have to make sure that you're going to the right person to do your brows. Nowadays, we have so many different techniques that estheticians and cosmetologists are using and learning to make sure that thinning doesn't happen as much. So it's okay to get your brows done a little bit more often. It doesn't have to be 6 to 8 weeks necessarily. It's totally a matter of your opinion though. I know when you get older, it's a little bit harder.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, when you get older, your eyebrows, the hairs don't seem to grow as quickly.
Yes, they definitely don't grow nearly as quickly. If you want to just keep the natural shape, like for you, you naturally have a lot thicker brows, you would just have to get rid of the strays and you can still have thicker looking brows. You just need to make sure you're going to the right person. I'm outlining her brows first, and then I'm gonna fill them in afterwards, but she doesn't need a lot.
Any tips too? Like, what are like some of the different brow products that people can use? Because I know a lot of women, they just actually use like the eyeliners and stuff. Yeah, and it's like black eyeliner in their in their eyebrows. And can you just tell us like what are some different types of products that you use in your eyebrows?
Yes, definitely. So I am totally not judging if you use an eyeliner. It's not necessarily bad. Like, I mean, you could use it. However, the way most eyeliners are made, they're made to have a darker consistency where they can easily glide on. And that's okay. However, when you're working on your brows, especially when you want them to look more natural, it's going to be really hard to have control over that when you have a liner because it's meant to show up a lot darker.
Yeah, and while you're doing this, I will just say that I will give you credit for that because you were the one that kind of got me to understand using like brow powders and the liners and different things, and you're so right, especially like the eyebrow powders. I really like them because it does give you a much softer natural look, but it still looks really full. So yeah, I definitely agree. It does make a huge difference when you use the products that are directly for the brows.
Absolutely.
If I only had like 3 things of makeup, eyebrow powders would definitely be one thing that I would keep.
That's actually a good question.
Yeah,
if you had to pick 3, what would be your 3 things?
Lipstick, eyebrow powder, and a very, very good powder that could work both like as a powder and a foundation. Why do you give that look? A powder and a foundation. A good powder that that looks kind of natural.
Gotcha.
So you are fortunate, even from when you were a baby. You have like really pretty. Your lips look good without having lipstick on.
Oh wow.
You've always had that. You've always had that. I've been jealous of that. Your lips like really look very nice. You naturally look like you're wearing lipstick.
Oh wow, thank you.
Yeah, you have a really good color. So I know that in your 3, you probably would not have lipstick in your 3.
Definitely not. Yeah. Guys, comment down below if you want. What are just for fun 3? If you could only have 3 makeup products, what would you choose? I want to hear what you guys' thoughts are and why. Tell me why. So we just finished with her brows. I just wanted to quickly show you how her brows look. They are very nice and full and thick. It looks darker right now because she has nothing else on. But when we put it all together, it's going to look better. So this is a very bright, fun looking palette. I know you're probably like, what is going on here?
Yeah, you got me. I was thinking that.
Yeah, okay. They have a lot of really nice different types of browns in here. So I want to use a lot of those browns on her eyes right now to help give her a little bit more of a smoky effect. I'm going to start with this color up here. And I'm using a Morphe 330 brush, which is just a big wide brush. And we're going to use it as her transition shade up top.
What's a transition shade?
It's kind of like the base color that's going all around, so it's kind of like the background muted color.
Oh, okay.
My mom does have slightly hooded eyes, so because of that,
I'm sorry, you said a hooded eye. What is a hooded eye?
Do you see how this part of your lid right here is overlapping on top of this bottom part right here? That's called a hooded eye.
Oh.
We're gonna have to do it a little bit different so that you can still see everything going on her eyelid, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Next up, I'm gonna kind of blend two colors together. So I'm going to take this color right here and this color down here. So I'm just gonna put that all around right over top of the transition color that we used. Okay, turning it this way. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side. We now have her other color placed up top. It's a little bit more of a burnt orange kind of look. Close your eyes real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is how it looks underneath, but then when she opens it, go ahead, open, you can still see it right here at the top, at the base of her eye.
Like, why are we not starting with all the foundation?
That's totally a matter of personal preference. A lot of people actually start with the face first. I personally don't, just because for me, I always work with a lot of colors on the eyes. So when I do, it falls out a lot, and I don't want to have to worry about where I'm placing my hand or anything because I already did the base of my face, because there's a lot of intricate work that goes into your eyes. When you do your face, it's typically a lot faster, a lot easier.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Next up, I'm going to use this color right here called Hi Dude, and that's going to really just help to deepen up her crease area. So we're going to use that down below.
I hear you, and a lot of people talk about these cut crease. Is that what you're doing now?
I am not doing a cut crease, Mom.
Oh, I thought this was a cut crease. Oh, okay.
No.
You said my crease, so.
No, close your eyes.
I thought a cut crease is just like you just put eyeshadow in your crease of your eye. That's what I thought a cut crease was. I'm a real, I'm a normal person when it comes to
What
makeup.
is that supposed to mean?
Do you know how many people we look at your videos and some of us are like, that's like college level makeup. Okay, yes, we're in first grade. Okay, maybe elementary school, middle school.
You're in first grade. What's really funny, guys, is I've always been into makeup since I was a kid. I used to try to sneak around when I was like 11, 12 years old.
Oh, I like that. Sneak around. Something I didn't know you were doing this. Okay.
Girl, I'm 20 years old now. I don't care. Once I was 12 years old, I do remember I was turning 13, and my mom told me that she wouldn't let me wear makeup until I turned 13.
No
She
makeup.
still strongly feels that way.
I definitely do.
And so because of that, I kept asking her for makeup lessons. I know, me asking her for makeup lessons. I was writing it down.
I bet your makeup looked beautiful when you were 13 years old, right?
Yeah, it really didn't. Not saying it was because of you, but just because no one knows what they're doing at 13. I'm sorry. Like,
You shouldn't say that. I bet there's some very advanced 13-year-old makeup artists out
yes, don't get me wrong. You definitely know. However, it's kind of like the stuff you tell me, like, even if you're good at something, it's just not your time. Yeah, exactly. Even if you're 13 years old and you're really good at just art or advanced makeup, imagine where you're going to get just 3 years from 13. There's still so much more you can learn. So
why don't you tell us about your makeup journey then, when you were, we're going to say 13, when you started wearing makeup, and that's nothing before that.
So I use a designer label color, and that's just used as a base, but we're going to start using some more bronzy kind of golds to kind of give it a more smoky effect coming out. So I'm going to go next with this color here. It's called Girl. Just a little bit closer so you guys can see. It's kind of hard to tell because the lighting's kind of awful, but just so you can see right here. At the age of 13, I didn't really do makeup. All I did was eyeliner all the time. I always wore black eyeliner under my eyes and mascara. It really took probably until my sophomore year. My mom got me an eyeshadow palette. She got me an e.l.f. eyeshadow palette.
I don't remember that. Okay.
And I just fell in love. So after that, I started playing with a lot of colors. The colors were not that great now, like if I were to look at it now, but just having it gave me the opportunity to kind of play with it and just realize that there's a whole another world of makeup besides just eyeliner.
Yeah, I do remember that. Wasn't it like about 50 different? It was like a whole
Yeah.
lot of, I remember that now. Yeah.
My junior year of high school, we went to the mall and there was a kiosk, and I ended up getting a job there where our job is to sell makeup. I got the job at 15 years old. Ever since then, I've just developed the experience of not only learning how to apply makeup on people, but learning how to focus on selling. I'm going to go back with the High Dude color, which is this really dark brown color, and we're just going to use this as her smoky color on the outside of her eye. This color is really beautiful on your skin tone though. Like, it looks more like neutral. It's like a perfect smoky color. It's really pretty. I worked at that kiosk for probably a good almost 3 years. I was there for a while. After that, it just kind of really gave me the opportunity to really realize what I want to do as a career. And it's just funny to see how much time has evolved, because when I was 15, it wasn't nearly as common as it is now to see a lot of people making a career out of makeup necessarily. Now it's definitely possible. You just got to be smart and strategic with how you're doing it. I do not consider myself a makeup artist. I know how to apply makeup on people, but that's not what I necessarily want to do. Because I focused on selling for so many years, it's given me the opportunity to understand that I want to focus more on promoting and selling products rather than just applying it on people. Only because everybody... Thank you.
You're very good at it. Every time you've done my makeup, I've gotten a lot of compliments on my makeup, and they didn't know that you did it. And people are like, and I do wear my own makeup, so it's not like it's like, wow, we just saw you one day with and one day without. But you know, but people are always like, wow, your makeup is really gorgeous.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm gonna place it under your eye.
Oh, this is a cool trick that you taught me.
Yes.
I did not know this.
Yes. So
You
guys,
do not
fun
need
trick.
eyeliners.
Yes, fun trick. You don't necessarily always need a eyeliner for under your eyes. What you can do to make it look more soft and muted is you can use an eyeshadow color and just very lightly brush it underneath.
And it gives you a lot more options too, and it's softer. It gives you a softer look than an eyeliner. And you get more options too. So it's really
Very,
nice.
very true.
I will say though, you have to have the right brush for this. It has to be that really thin brush.
It's very, very true.
Oh, see, I learned something.
Right? I taught you something.
You taught me something.
Next up, I'm going to put some eyeliner on her. I'm not going to do a big wing. We're going to just kind of keep it simple. I'm going to line her top. Go ahead, close your eyes. Okay. Perfecto. You look good. You look great. She's looking good. Next, I'm gonna put on some mascara on her. Based on the wand size, it's very skinny, so it's very easy to use. This part, guys, is probably just one of the hardest parts. It's a little bit uncomfortable placing it directly under your eyes, but it makes such a big difference.
Now, a lot of times I just do the top because it seems like it's so complicated to do the bottom lashes.
But you did it. Look up again. Your eyes are so pretty, Mama. They're so pretty. Look.
So for older people too, like, or I shouldn't say older, but when you start to lose your eyelashes, like, what are some thoughts?
Finding the right mascara that works best for you. You actually have pretty nice lashes. They are a little bit short, but they curl up really nicely. So because of that, you have a pretty wide variety of mascaras you can use, even if you lose color. Most mascaras are typically black, so it's going to be really easy to cover up any gray that you may get.
What about, do you think people should use the clips, the eye clip?
Those are a little outdated, guys. Using using those, they are a little bit outdated.
Mascara.
Just find a right mascara and it'll do the job for you.
Or if you're worse, you can also use the eyelashes as well.
Using a curler also sometimes isn't great just because you're putting a lot of pressure on your eyelash hairs. And if you're trying not to lose them, that actually is putting a lot of unnecessary pressure on them. So my mom really does not like a lot of stuff on her face.
Yeah, foundation. I don't like it to look very foundation-y. I like it to look very natural. Okay.
I'm about to put her on blast real quick,
yes,
guys.
we're using my products. A lot of these are my products. So
this is all she has. So because of that, I'm going to use a blush brush to apply her tinted moisturizer. So we're gonna start with putting on a tinted moisturizer and then putting on her powder on top.
So this is so I can use this kind of, you put this under a foundation, right? A tinted moisturizer?
No, this would be your foundation.
Oh, this is a foundation. Oh, okay.
I mean, I wouldn't suggest blending this with the foundation. Yeah, because the point of it, it's supposed to be just like a moisturizer for your skin, but just with a tinted color. So if you put a foundation on top, it might look a little bit overbearing.
Even if you wear, like you said, your regular skincare regimen includes a moisturizer.
I would still put this on top.
Okay.
Most tinted moisturizers do have SPF in there. So it is
Oh, that
supposed
is
to help
good.
protect your skin. This one has SPF 30.
Oh, wow. I might start using it more.
I'm not doing a full coverage foundation or anything. We're just using a very light tinted moisturizer to blend it evenly throughout her face.
And so a tinted moisturizer is going to give you a more natural foundation look.
Very much so. Just
Okay.
looking at you now, your skin looks amazing right now.
Okay.
I'm going to put a little bit of concealer under her eyes.
No, you have a lot of concealer under my eyes.
So I'm using the LA Girl concealer. I'm just going to put some of that underneath her eyes here. And we're just going to kind of pat that into place.
Yeah. I've had a lot of late nights recently, so I know the eyes need a lot of concealer. Ladies, don't be afraid of concealer. It makes a world of difference.
It definitely does. Look up for me.
Up. Okay.
But when you're focusing on that target area, try patting it into place. It's going to help give you better results.
So you need to have a brush for this. You shouldn't do this with your fingers.
I wouldn't do it with my finger. I would definitely use a beauty blender. Yeah, beauty blenders are definitely the best for doing something like this.
And
you
forgive
don't have
her,
one?
I got a beauty blender, but I don't have it. So I wish we could show them. The beauty blenders are really great.
They're fantastic for doing stuff like this. And nowadays, they even have beauty blenders that are a lot smaller. So you can get the mini ones to really help get in the corners of your eyes as well.
Yeah, it makes a difference with application.
World of a difference.
So I thought concealers were just for eyes, but you can use concealers all over. Okay, see,
Yes.
this is the question. The things that I'm saying are what normal makeup people probably
Yes.
questions that we have.
The big thing, even if you want to apply it to cover up dark circles or dark spots, you can definitely do that. But it's also important to make sure that you're using a concealer to kind of highlight certain areas of your face. That concealer works like magic on you.
Yeah, because I know my eyes.
I'm now going to put on some of her powder.
I love.
She loves
This
this
is my
powder. This is
favorite.
like her favorite powder
That is my
ever.
favorite. I don't know if it's like a good brand and shit,
Yeah,
but I
no,
love
it's
this
great.
Fit Me powder.
It's honestly
Oh,
really
gosh.
good. The Maybelline Fit Me powder is definitely pretty good. I really
What
like
color
it.
for my skin tone?
This one is called Coconut. She loves this one for her color, and it actually is pretty good to use. I'm going to use the brush to spread around her face, and then I'm going to use the puff that it comes with to pat underneath her eyes and make sure it's set so that your eyes don't
So
freeze.
is it something I should be doing? Like if I have my beauty blender, should I be doing that?
You
Because I
can.
just use the powder that comes with it.
You can do that. Only thing is using a using a brush like this that's a little bit more open, it's gonna help disperse the powder out a lot more.
So it doesn't look
So
cakey.
it doesn't look cakey.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because normally if you were to layer the tinted moisturizer plus using a powder with this, it's gonna look a little
thicker.
bit more.
Oh, okay.
Because it doesn't have anywhere to spread. Using this kind of helps make it spread out more evenly.
Okay.
Your skin is freaking beautiful, mother.
Ooh.
By the time I reach your age, I desperately would love my skin to be like as tight as yours is. Your skin is really pretty.
As I say, the skin that you take care of in your 20s and 30s, that's the skin you'll have in your 40s through 60s.
Yes. Since we don't have a beauty blender to use, we're just going to pat it underneath to help give her skin less of a creasing effect since we use a concealer underneath.
So you would normally use a beauty blender for that
I like to, yeah.
instead of that?
Look up again. And I'm just gonna help spread it out just a little bit more with the brush. See how beautiful her skin is? It still looks soft, still looks natural, simple, but really pretty. And for the final finishing touch for this look today, we are just going to put a little something on her lips, make her lips look nice and full and juicy. We are going to use this color that she has, which is more of a brown kind of golden color here as her base.
Okay.
Huh?
Why can't we use a red? Okay.
You don't need red for this.
Okay.
Beautiful. This color is so
Oh yeah,
pretty
that's
on
something
you.
you told me too. You said you only put the lipstick on one lip.
Look at her lips. Still nice and full. Pretty, right? You like?
Yeah, better than I thought.
Yeah. Oh, you want contour? Okay.
Yes. You showed me this, and I love these. Love it.
I
Instead
showed
of
her
wearing
this,
blush,
and she loves this.
Use a contour instead of using like these like cakey colored blushes. It's really cool. Love it.
Alrighty. I'm gonna put a little bit of highlighter up on her cheekbones up here. I want to use, let's use Venus. Venus is pretty. Let's use Venus right here.
What's this palette called?
This one is from Morphe. This one is for a deeper skin tone, medium to
exactly.
deep.
Good
Yeah.
for us darker girls.
They
It's
have,
very nice.
yes, they have for my beautiful melanin queens. We have the medium to darker skin tones for here, and then there's also one for light to medium shades as well. Wow. Look at that highlight, guys.
I like these, like the contours versus using the blushes, because it really is it's more natural. It's natural, or I should say more like a sharper look to it.
Totally agree. Alrighty, guys, and that is it for the finished look for my mother here. You are freaking beautiful, mother. You look amazing. Like, look at this. It's still simple, still neutral looking.
Yeah, but it works.
I want to thank you so much, Mama.
Thank you.
Not
This is
only
nice for
for-
Mother's Day.
Yes, thank you so much for coming onto my channel and, you know, just talking to me. Yes,
Thank you.
and I love you so, so much.
love
And
you.
thank you for giving birth to me.
She
And
tells me this every day. Thank you for giving birth to me.
yes, I do. Thank you for giving birth to me.
You're welcome.
Thank you for loving me and raising me.
Look, see? And then you did a really nice job. Very nice job. It's a very nice, soft, natural, but it's really good.
If you guys like this video, make sure that you like this video as well as subscribe to my channel. We do stuff like this all the time. If you want to see more like this in the future, have any comments, questions, concerns, nice suggestions, as long as you're kind, go ahead, feel free to comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say.
Well, thank you, my lovely, beautiful, my beautiful daughter. You're so wonderful and great, and you're so good at this. You're wonderful. You have a great personality with it. I actually like watching her videos. You're very good. You're very talented at this, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you so much, Mama.
And you look great, and you do a great job with the makeup. Very proud. I've
Thanks.
learned a lot from you, and that's saying a lot.
Wow,
So you're a good teacher too.
that means a lot. I appreciate it, Mama.
So thank you. Happy
Yes.
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day
Thank
to
you.
everybody out there. I want to give a special shout out to all of the mothers out there. We respect and love you all out there for working so hard of taking care of your children, raising them as they grow up, especially if you guys are at home right now with your little ones during quarantine. A very big Happy Mother's Day, especially
you.
to my lovely mama.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Lovely Mama, Miss Keisha Bear. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel, all right?
All right.
Adios.
Adios. Ciao.
Yes, want to say, oh, you messed up my hair.
Okay.
Okay, let me take care of that.
Okay. Okay.
Wand is, oh, got stuck in your hair.
Which is
Well,
true.
yeah, I got like.
Stuff with that. So, like. Okay, sorry.
Okay,
You guys are missing some
this
good
is
TV
going in
here.
the bloopers. It's okay.